Don't go expecting perfection. Hi, my name's Dave. I'm the Spiritual Gentleman, and welcome to my daily journey through the Daily Stoic, 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. Today is, if you like this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're moving on to the next month, August 1st. August is all about pragmatism. So today's reading. Don't go expecting perfection. Quote, "That cucumber is bitter, so toss it out. There are thorns on the path, then keep away. Enough said. Why ponder the existence of nuance? Such thinking would make you the laughing stock to the true student of nature, just as the carpenter or cobbler would laugh if you pointed out the sawdust and chips on the floors of their shops. Yet while these shopkeepers have dustbins for disposal, nature has no need for them." End quote. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 8.50. When we want things to go perfectly, we'll tell ourselves we'll get started once the conditions are right, or once we have our bearings. When really it's better to focus on making do with how things actually are. Marcus reminded himself, don't await the perfection of Plato's Republic. He wasn't expecting the world to be exactly the way he wanted it to be. But Marcus knew instinctively, as the Catholic philosopher Joseph Piper would later write, that, quote, "He alone can do good who knows what things are like and what their situation is." End quote. Today we won't let our honest understanding of the world stop us from trying to make the best of it, nor will we let petty annoyances and minor obstacles get in the way of an important job we have to do. Ooh, this is a big one for me, because I struggle with perfectionism, right? It's got to be right. All right, I need the right scenario. I need to make sure that, I'm in the right setting. And it's, for me, I really like this thing, because it's recognizing that, perfectionism, I think, can be a form of procrastination, because we're just waiting for the right moment. When it's better, I remember this video I saw by Jack Conte, the founder of Patreon. He did this video about kind of like, don't make it perfect, just make it, right? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, polished, and anything else. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about just getting it out there, right? I've noticed, for me personally, even in my life when I was a chef, the dishes that I put the least amount of effort into creating, like, I'll just throw this together, usually become the most popular. And then the ones that I've put the most energy in and try to make very perfect, no one liked it. It's kind of funny like that. I don't know. I find that with YouTube videos too. When I try to do, spend 17 hours trying to edit down and all these things, and it gets 3 views. And then I'll just throw up a video. There's ahs, editing mistakes, and I throw it out there and I'll get 100 views. So it's funny how being vulnerable and kind of allowing things to not be perfect, but taking the actions forward. And really important, what I liked there, that particular line, we said, we won't let the understanding of the world stop us from trying to make it the best of it, nor will we let petty annoyances or minor obstacles get in the way of the important job we have to do. So especially if you have ADHD and you get analysis paralysis, and you're like, oh my God, there's so many things, recognizing it's just starting to take that one step and building the momentum, right? It's starting to build the little momentum of, especially if you got a big project that would seem overwhelming and daunting, start with the small steps. You may not have all the pieces together, but you start on the small thing that you can do. If you take a little action each day, for example, let's say you want to get fit and going to the gym is just too overwhelming for you. What about doing 1 push-up a day, or 5 push-ups a day, or a 5-minute little workout every morning? If you did 5 push-ups a day, every day, you're going to get a lot further than if you just try to do 20 on one day and then nothing for the rest, right? Or 10 and then you have nothing for the rest of the days. By building those little consistent habits, we allow ourselves to actually grow, right? We're building that momentum, finding our little wins so we can actually get started, because it can be like, oh, if it's not perfect, no one's going to like it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be perfect for you. It has to be your willingness to share it out there and let go of perfection. I can't remember the exact quote from Thomas Keller, but perfection is a thing we strive for that you'll never actually achieve. It'll never actually be perfect. He's talking about, Chef Keller is mostly talking about dishes, but in that perfection, like in search of it, but it's still, if you don't take those actions to begin with, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to be stuck. And that sometimes can be even worse because it's the fear of never going anywhere. Like, I have to wait for these right moments. Thing is, that moment already passed. It's time to start now. So whatever you've been procrastinating on, whatever you feel like, oh my God, that's too big. Oh my God, I can't make videos. Oh, everyone's better than me. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's you versus you in this world. Are you better than you were the day before? Have you grown from last year? Have you made those changes? And this is where, I find a lot of growth, even from doing the Daily Stoic, and these kinds of things help me grow, right? If I miss a day, I don't beat myself up for it. I'm like, all right, it doesn't have to be perfect, When I first kind of failed this challenge a few months ago, and there's a part of me like, oh, give up, it's not going to be perfect. You didn't do every single day. And I thought, wait a minute. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. It just has to get it out. Sometimes you just got to get the dish out there and see what happens, because you never know what will happen. And if you're looking to kind of overcome that procrastination, it's part of one of those things I do as a life coach, especially for men with ADHD, helping you find that focus to get past the analysis paralysis, past the perfectionism, going out there and making the best of all you can. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on today's reading. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, and you have a great, if not better, day.